This isn't how all of my work starts, but for this piece, I almost did it sort of like a collage from different elements. So for this collage, this is a tip jar from the local Japanese restaurant that we go. It's on our street, and we go there fairly often. And they have a maneki neko in it. So I really like that. And I was thinking, well, how can I use it? So I'll show you in a minute what it's going to be doing. But that was the element I chose for that. And then you have this little family of tigers, and I like this kimono pattern, so I'm probably going to stick with that. The kite down here that ultimately is going to have this monkey on it. The kite I got last month at the Long Beach swap meet, and it's an antique Japanese kite, and it's made from paper and bamboo. And when I was a little kid, we had those kites, and I kind of feel nostalgic for them. So I actually bought the kite and then put it in position and shot it, obviously, and that's going to be an element in the painting. I had a real thing for Japanese folk toys. I had an uncle in Japan when I was growing up that sent them to our family, and we played with them all the time, and I loved it. And I loved the kites in particular. So this little kid tiger over here has got a kite in the drawing. I'll show you in a minute. And he's got some other kites back here, and there's one is here, and you'll see that in the drawing in a minute. And the parents are over here with a little child, and I'm using some of the elements from different prints that are just collaged together. So to go to the drawing, you can see there's two different kites. There's like a dragonfly kite here, and this strange kind of a butterfly kite here. And then the kite the monkey is on. And then he's also got a Monopoly game. I usually wind up combining things that are American with artifacts that are Japanese. So I had Monopoly, but of course I couldn't find it when I was working on this drawing, so I had to go out and buy Monopoly again. So here's the board, and here are the property deeds, which I noticed when I was a kid they were square, and now they're narrow like this, but I still liked that shape, so I stuck with the way that I drew it in the first place. The rubber ducky is going to be in it. I actually have a small company called Hanga.com, and this is the logo. So this kid's toy is actually the logo for a little company that I run. And there's also going to be a reference in this painting to global warming and to houses underwater, which is about the tsunami, and the tsunami's effect not just on Japan, but even as far as Northern California. Somebody died because the tsunami came all the way across and wiped out somebody in Crescent City. So there are going to be Monopoly houses and hotels floating through. This guy is going to be batting his hand at cherry blossoms and maybe some Monopoly houses. And they're going to be floating through here. There's going to be a wave pattern through here with more Monopoly houses and hotels on it floating across. I'm thinking about possibly having some water coming in here. And then there's a reference in the background to water cascading down, or a waterfall here. And then there's another reference through here. I may wind up doing some koi flowing through this kimono. So what else? This is another one of those symbols, like the sleeve in Red Mount Fuji. This is quite often, it's a toy that's given to newborn children, and it's got this little dog character on it that protects them. It's an amulet to protect babies. So this maternal figure is going to be holding that, and the other one's got the baby, and she's licking it clean over here. Things get carried through, like here's the maneki neko cat figure, and then of course it's here on the shelf as well. And this is about houses underwater. So here are the waves, and here are the Monopoly houses that are going to be interspersed. This is just my signature. I haven't decided what color I'm going to do it in yet. So Moira Hahn.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So the term about houses being underwater, that doesn't connect at all to the housing bubble.
It totally does. Yeah. So it's about stuff in Japan and here, and how we're intertwined. Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. I mean, that was it. I read the headline. I think it was in the business section of the LA Times, and it said LA County, and some tremendous percent of people are underwater, like 31% or something like that. So it does. It ties in with both. Oh, okay. So yeah, signature, same signature, houses underwater, same cat. Stuff carries through. It's like music where you have stanzas. I try and carry things through subtly throughout the piece.